weekly devotions. I'm Pastor Carl. I'm senior pastor here at Discover Church. And thanks for tuning in. It's great to have you along. And you know, one of the things I've been thinking about is this transition that our culture, our church, we are all in, which is leaving the COVID times and moving into whatever that new normal is. I've been thinking that in terms of the children of Israel when they left the wilderness and entered the promised land. And I just want to read a quick verse of that transition. It's in Joshua, and it's the 3rd chapter, the 17th verse, and it says, "The priests who carried the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord stopped in the middle of the Jordan and stood on dry ground, while all Israel passed by until the whole nation had completed the crossing on dry ground." Well, the story is that the whole nation was on one side of the Jordan, and they were getting ready to enter the promised land, and God told Joshua to tell the priests to pick up the Ark of the Covenant and to walk into the Jordan and to provide a bridge by stopping the waters of the Jordan. Now these are the children of the people who left Egypt and had, if you remember, the whole Red Sea and Moses and the division of the Red Sea. They had heard the stories, but they didn't hear. They hadn't experienced it themselves. So Joshua says, we're going to do the same thing with the River Jordan. That's what God has told me to tell you, and you're going to lead the way. Can you imagine how that felt to be a priest? Is the water going to dry up? You know, what's going to happen? Am I going to drown? It took the priest's trust to step out into the middle of that river. That's the first thing, trust and faith. The second thing I want to point out is it was done in an orderly process. And as we move into this new time, whether it's in our communities, whether it's in our church or our families, there's a tendency to say, I am so tired of this wilderness of COVID, I just want to get into the promised land and run forward. But we need to be cautious. We need to take steps. We need to move forward in a way that is in an orderly manner. That's what I've learned from the children of Israel and their wilderness and promised land experience. So this week, I would encourage you to be hope-filled, stay strong, and God bless.